This week on Steel Horse Thunder.
I don't know, it's just to help the kids, you know.
It's a weekend of awareness, one you may be familiar with.
It's just an epidemic. I mean, 1 in 66 kids have autism now.
The other, probably not.
He has Chiari malformation, type 1. It's where the bottom part of the cerebellum is herniated into the spinal column. So it affects a lot of things like your balance, your speech.
All that and much more. This week on Steel Horse Thunder.
Yeah, I can take clothes off in the sun, but it's hard to do that in the snow.
You guys are always awesome.
Steel Horse is brought to you by Leidendorf Law, with over 60 years experience in motorcycle and automotive injury cases.
Our friends like to see us out in the community. Our colleagues like to see us change unfair laws that limit the rights of injured Hoosiers. Our clients like to see us hard at work fighting for their fair compensation.
And insurance companies hate to see us in a courtroom.
At Leidendorf Law, we have over 100 years of combined legal experience, and insurance companies know this. We handle all types of injury claims. Leidendorf Law isn't your typical law firm. We are like family to our clients. Why? Because we are family.
When it's time to ride, we'll keep your mind where it matters most, on the open road. We get it. Ryder Insurance is the only insurance company specifically created for the motorcycle and ATV communities. No one but riders. Our specialized staff is here for you with great coverage options, discounts to help you save, and 24/7 claims reporting if something happens along the way. And with roadside assistance included on all of our policies, we've got your back wherever the road leads. We get it. No worries, just riding.
Hey, we're kind of covering something a little bit different this time. It's not actually a motorcycle ride, but it is a benefit. Cindy, what's going on?
This is the Channing's Journey benefit.
And we're out here. We're going to find Channing. We're going to talk to Coop, his dad, and find out a little bit more about his journey and what he had to go through.
What do you guys do as a club?
Ride motorcycles, hang out, and visit people like you.
But you do a lot of charity rides, don't you?
We have actually, since I've been president the past couple of years, I've made sure that we do a lot more charity rides, more fan-friendly, public view kind of stuff. Just kind of make it less scary.
Well, you better make it less scary. We don't want to scare anybody. Today we're here, though, for your son. And what kind of disease is it that he has?
He has Chiari malformation, type 1.
And what does that do? I mean, as far as like to the body, is it for just small kids, or is it something that everybody could get?
It's actually something that they're usually born with, or something like some big trauma happens to your head. But it's where the bottom part of the cerebellum is herniated into the spinal column. So it affects a lot of things like your balance, your speech, all of your motor skills. There's a lot of things that can affect your swallowing, your what else? There's something like sleep. A lot of those things it can affect.
So how did you guys find out that your son had this?
Unfortunately, we thought that he had a seizure at daycare. Turns out that he didn't have a seizure, actually. We took him to Riley Hospital. They did an MRI on him and said that they wanted to do another one to check for Chiari. And Heather was pretty adamant about, instead of rescheduling the MRI, to do it that day. And turns out that he had Chiari malformation. And at first we were, of course, nervous as could be. But turns out 1 in 1,000 people walking around today have it and don't even know it.
Wow, that's amazing. And your son actually did have to go through surgery, right?
He had decompression brain surgery on July 27th at Riley Hospital in Indianapolis. Everything that they said may be affected, like for the good, by the surgery. They couldn't guarantee anything, but whatever they said might be affected, fortunately has been. He's a 100% different baby than he was before. Laughing, playing, running, jumping, a lot of things he didn't do before, doing that and then some now.
Now, will this affect him for the rest of his life, or is it because of the surgery he's now cured from it?
Actually, there is no cure for Chiari. It's just a malformation. We were concerned about sports. Obviously, he likes to roughhouse and play around. They said that going forward in life that there's no reason why he can't play football, baseball, basketball. The only thing she kind of steered away from was any kind of like boxing or MMA like that. Not because he can't do it, because she's a neurosurgeon and she didn't want anybody to get hit in the head for no reason.
Well, I don't think anybody should get hit in the head for no reason.
All right, Vinny, I know you're the one that kind of put this whole thing together. My first question I want to ask, Was there a reason behind the way you guys put this together instead of a traditional motorcycle ride, doing this big event like this?
Being this for it's a child that's close to our hearts, we want it more kind of children oriented. With motorcycle rides, it just seems like they're all great and everything like that. But with our club as being kind of small, a more stationary setting was probably better for us.
I personally think it turned out awesome. I love the way you guys did this, and to be able to bring in the bounce house and stuff like that for the kids to play on, and to me, it's just like you said, when you do the ride, you kind of miss some of this right here. So I think it's a great idea.
Yeah, everybody together instead of half on the ride, half there. Everybody's together, and like you said, it's just more compact, more better. Yeah, it's better.
Now I know you didn't have a whole lot of time to put this together. How'd you do it?
Our members have been amazing, and all our close friends and everything like that. We've had a lot of help, and it was greatly appreciated. Yeah.
Well, I know we met you guys down there at Jeff Bramble's ride and stuff, and you guys did a great job there. It looks like you're doing another job here. How long you guys been around?
We've been around since 2010, so January 2010. So, yep.
And about how big of a group do you have?
Actually, it's quite small. We're right now we're at 7 members. So to put something together like this, it's pretty amazing for we've been hustling. So yeah.
That is pretty cool. And the other thing I'm noticing is there's a lot of different patches out here. Were you able to do that?
More along the lines of friends. Yeah, bringing other people around. Yeah.
Well, people will tell you can't do that. So everything here is pretty calm, pretty peaceful. I think you guys did a pretty good job.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it so far. Yeah.
Hey, we end every show with "It's not what you ride, it's that you ride." Jude, you took it to a whole new level, man. Tell me a little bit about your race car here.
It's a 2015 Burdine Motorsports Nostalgia front engine top fuel dragster. It's got a blown big block 541 Merlin X block on it with an 871 high helix blower. Puts out about 2,000 horsepower. And we go from 0 to 200 mile an hour in under 7 seconds.
Under 7 seconds?
Under 7 seconds. We pull a little over 3.5 G's off the line, and then we throw our parachutes out the back. We pull about 4.5 negative G's in less than a quarter of a second.
How long have you been doing this?
22 years.
22 years. I mean, it's got to be something that it's got to take some getting used to. That kind of starting and stopping.
The blower, we've had the blower. We've been doing that for about 3 years now, and that took a lot of getting used to and setting up and doing correctly. But I tell you what, it's a blast. It really is.
I personally just can't even imagine. Now, him talking about setting things up, I'm assuming that's kind of your area of expertise.
Yep.
What makes you want to do stuff like this?
Well, me and Justin met a couple years ago when I was still racing, and I got rid of my stuff because I wanted to do some different things, and we kind of hooked up when he wanted to do the blower, and it's just been an uphill thing ever since. When we started out slow with a 750 class, went out and kicked it, and then we decided to go 7.0, and ever since then it's really been running on our heels ever since, just going. See you later.
No, it's pretty
a good time.
It's just amazing to me, when I come out and see this. Now, I'm around motorcycles most of the time, so to see a big dragster, I'm just not familiar with all that as much. Now Cindy should have done this interview, because now Cindy, she is the racer of the bunch. I'm an adrenaline junkie, but I get my fix by watching you guys do what you do.
And you have a scar on the back of your neck, or not a scar, he has a scar on the back of his neck.
Surgery, where they opened him up and whatnot, and they call those kids zipper heads. If you get on Google or any KRE website and look it up, they call them zipper heads because it looks like a zipper on the back of their head. So I had the purple ribbon with his name in it, and then a zipper tattooed on the back of my head to match his.
That's pretty cool.
So now we're twins, matching scars.
That's pretty cool, though, that you did that for your son. I mean, that's something you're going to have, a memory for you guys for the rest of your life together.
Exactly. And everybody else on board with social media and everything else basically made this happen. I told a few friends in the biker world, and social media from her and other people, and it just kind of spread like wildfire, which was the point. We wanted everybody to get more awareness about it. I mean,
So this is just a big charity event today to raise funds for Chiari?
Research. Yes, ma'am. Potentially a ride next month, at the end of the month, but it depends on scheduling with the Maniacs. But all this, I mean, yes, me being the president of my club and knowing people, kind of did a lot of behind scenes organizing, but Forgiven Saints Social Club, they did amazing job on everything with the media, with getting people together, with everything else, and it's been amazing. Couldn't ask for better people.
Debbie, this event is for your grandson. What is it that you're doing out here today?
For one, supporting my grandson and his journey, and for two, I am helping them set up the silent auction.
So what all kind of stuff do you have for the silent auction today?
We have wonderful things today. We have gift cards from various places. We have bike kits, alcohol, of course, signs, all different kinds of things. So Coca-Cola items, so it's a variety.
So you go out and you get these items for the auction. Did you go out yourself and have to do that?
I did not go out and have to get them, although I put together several baskets. I'm just kind of helping them set up the raffle part and the auction part for it.
Well, it's going to be, there's a lot of people here, so it's going to be a good auction today. I think that you guys are going to make a lot of money.
I think so too. I'm excited.
Well, I hope that they raise a lot of money for well, I don't think it's for your grandson, actually. It's for the benefit, right?
Yes, for both.
Okay.
Yeah, the benefit is for him, so.
Cool. Well, you guys have fun today.
Thank you.
Hey, man, we got a cool event going on out here. A little warm in the sun, but you got the right hat on.
Feels great out here. It's for a good cause, too. Michael is my nephew. Yeah, so we come out here to support, and I'm glad to see a lot of people out here to give a hand. It's good. It's nice. It's nice to see people come together like this.
There's a lot of people here and a lot of people from all walks of life here, and everybody doing one thing. It's kind of cool to see everybody unite every now and then, huh?
Yeah, they're all here for one cause, and that's fantastic. That's just great. That's great. I'd like to see more of it. So that's what we're out here sitting in the sun for.
It's better than sitting in the snow, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I can take clothes off in the sun, but it's hard to do that in the snow.
Bad things happen to good people. That's the difficult part of our job. Our firm works with great people during very tough times. Because of that, your compensation is our first priority. No one can prepare for the aftermath of an accident, but the insurance company is prepared to give you the bare minimum. That's why you need legal guidance, to give you a voice and get you the money you deserve. Leidendorf Law, your Indiana injury lawyers. Like family, because we are.
Hey, we got a brand new sponsor on board with Steel Horse Thunder. You've heard of Renegade Classics? Well, we now have one here in Indianapolis. I'm here with Vince, the owner of the shop. Vince, what can people find here when they come in?
Well, we want to try to fill all your biker needs at outlet prices. We've got t-shirts, leathers, 26 different kinds of jackets and vests for men's and women's. We have a very large ladies section we're very proud of, plus our bargain t-shirts, Dickie Works shirts, rain gear, accessories for your motorcycle, hopefully everything you need.
Right on. And what do we have to, I know you got some more stuff coming in. You guys are just opening up, so.
I do.
What else you got coming in?
We hope to have a very large selection of karaoke gear here for you to pick up and not have to wait and order. I want everything to be on demand, no waiting. We've got a large selection of boots, and that's still growing. Our helmet section, I'm pretty proud of, but we have more vendors coming in on that too, so.
Hey, they got everything you need here. They have ample motorcycle parking, and they have a seamstress on board to do all your custom embroidery or whatever else you need for your leather. Vince, where can we find you?
We're at 9546 Allisonville Road on the southwest corner of 96 and Allisonville, right next to Kip's Pub.
Tell them Steel Horse sent you.
So Karen, you're retired now, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And so you're coming out to do the governor's ride?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, I love your bike. It is so cool. Tell me about your bike, because I don't think I've ever seen anything like this. I mean, it's got eyelashes.
I know, and when I saw it, I think I found it on Craigslist last year, and it's like, man, that could be $1 million and I'm going to buy it, you know what I mean? And the guy I got it from is the one responsible for the paint job or the design of it. I had to repaint the tank though because she was into Chunky Monkey, and so there's like a monkey on the tank and Chunky Monkey on the side, so I had to have that all repainted, and then had to have that replaced because it said Chunky Monkey. But over this winter, I'm going to do some more things to it, kind of make it my own, break up the pink a little bit because it is kind of an overload.
No, it's not an overload.
I think what drew it to me is now what's kind of repelling me a little bit. So I just want to kind of break it up. Like I'm going to change the collar to dark charcoal, kind of break up that pink. And then I'm going to have a 3D skull on the front, on the fairing.
That's going to be cool.
That's going to be awesome. Yeah. That'll make it mine for sure.
So
and
how
she's
long
going to have a mohawk.
Cool. Every bike needs a mohawk. So how long have you had this bike?
Just since last July. It's my 4th bike. I've been riding a little over 10 years. So, put my first one down, broke my arm, got right back on the next season.
That's good because a lot of people wouldn't get back on after that, so it's good that you did.
Want to keep me down. I spent 31 years in the military. I'm stubborn.
Yes, and you should be.
Some people say true beauty comes from within. At Crambo's, we think beauty can be inside and out. Along with the best paint and bodywork in the state, Crambo's also offers all Harley motorcycle service work, from tune-ups to rebuilds. So make sure your bike looks as good as it runs and bring it on in to the only shop that treats your bike as good as we treat our own. Crambo's. We'll get you noticed.
Motorcycle riders want the freedom of the open road with the wind in their face. Unfortunately, other motorists often do not give motorcycles the proper attention that the law requires. When an accident occurs, call Leidendorf Law for a free consultation. Our team of lawyers is ready to aggressively pursue your case and fight for your rights in and out of a courtroom. We'll help you on the road to recovery so that soon you can return to the open road. Leidendorf Law, like family, because we are.
Cindy, what's going on?
This is the Ride and Drive for Autism, and there's a lot of people showing up for it.
I know it's still early yet, but we already got a lot of people, so let's go find out a little bit more about autism and a little bit more about the stories here. Dave, we got a nice morning going here. It's the sun is shining. It's starting to warm up a little bit, but it's got a little bit of coolness. There's a little bit of fall in the air. This is, like, to me, the perfect day to take a ride.
Absolutely. It's a beautiful day. Just a beautiful day.
I love to see the sun shining like this, and we got a few bikes lined up. We're early. We're just getting started here. You got a couple hours before the ride takes off. Tell me a little bit about this ride.
Well, we were contacted by Autism Speaks. We did a pretty cool thing a couple years back. We did a 21 gun salute with motorcycles at a walk, and we were contacted about putting on a ride this year, and we got a group of people together, and here we are. I mean, it's been a long road. We started planning this ride in June 3rd, and we've got it going on today.
Now, I know you guys have been out at our bike night several times, raffling off or selling raffle tickets. You guys had a little Harley scooter you guys were raffling off. How'd that go?
We ended up selling 250 tickets at $20 a piece. We sold out over last night. A guy from Concord, North Carolina sent us a $1,500 check. His name is Garwood. Garwood Custom Cycles. Sent us a $1,500 check and bought the rest of the tickets last night or earlier in the week. So we'll be drawing the bike this morning. The winner will take a nice 1967 Harley scooter home with him with 199 miles on it.
It's pretty cool. I mean, I got a chance to see it, and I know it fired up. You started it up and everything else, and so that part was pretty cool. But I know you have a personal tie to what you're doing here today. Can you tell us a little bit about your story?
I do. My wife and I, about 10 years ago, we became foster parents and ended up having a little boy come to us with autism. The world's kind of a mean place when it comes to autistic kids, and there's a lot of help out there, and Autism Speaks is one of them. And he's 13 today and still hasn't ever spoke a word. And we were fortunate enough, my wife and I are fortunate enough to afford the things that we need to afford for him, but there's a lot of people out there that can't. So we wanted to start something that we could help support Autism Speaks and their grants and the grants they write to be able to get kids iPads or get kids ABA therapy or just even fund research for this. It's just an epidemic. I mean, 1 in 66 kids have autism now. And it's just crazy, the numbers, how they've changed over the last 10 years.
So Nancy, you are the voice for autism, right?
I am. I work for Autism Speaks, a national organization. We have been around for 10 years, working on our 11th, and I'm honored to be a part of that organization and to support a ride of this event here in Indiana.
So do you go around to different events and just be able to show them the awareness, or is this ride actually the funds are going towards the autism?
As staff person in Indiana, I absolutely support our families that are working towards our common goal. And so this being a ride here in Mooresville, Indiana, I came out to support and just appreciate all their hard work and dedication toward our cause.
You know, autism, it deals with a lot. I mean, a lot of different families have to deal with autism. And is there any kind of a cure for autism, or is this something that just it's going to be there?
Unfortunately, right now there is no cure. But that is one of our pillars that we are working for as far as science and research and trying to find a cure, trying to help our families have some answers.
Chris, we're at the Autism Speak ride. I noticed your setup here. Can you tell me a little bit about Project Lifesaver?
Project Lifesaver is a program. It's an international program. My wife and I started the local chapter here in Morgan County in 2011, March. We have a son that's autistic, so he's our driving force behind the whole program. Basically what it is, it's a program for kids who are autistic or have Down syndrome or any type of traumatic brain injury that makes them tend to wander. We also offer to senior citizens that have Alzheimer's or dementia that tend to wander off. They wear a bracelet that transmits at FM radio frequency. Each one of those transmits its own FM frequency. And then we have the tracking equipment that are able to track them in the event that they wander off. We work closely with all the fire departments in Morgan County. 11 of the 13 departments in our county have the equipment on their fire apparatus, as well as we keep them on our own vehicles as well. We currently have 40 clients in the county. We've done about 12 searches so far this year. We've done one Thursday night actually for an Alzheimer's patient. Found him in about 20 minutes. Typical Project Lifesaver search lasts about 20 to 30 minutes versus hours, days to never find him at all. So it's a complete free program that we offer to anybody in the county. We do a lot of fundraisers, grants, stuff like that, because unfortunately most of the people that need the program, if they had to pay for it, they couldn't afford it.
So Sherry, I saw you pull up in your car, and you're not actually doing the ride, right?
I am not. No, I'm not today.
So tell me, what brought you in here today? I heard you say something about you were at Walmart. I don't know.
So I met this gentleman, and he was telling me about the fundraiser and what was going on and a little bit about his family. And so I had a flyer that he was passing out, so I wanted to stop by and give him some money to donate.
You know, that is such a blessing for you to be able to do that for them. I mean, you're not even doing the ride. You're just coming by to help out. Thank you so much. That is so awesome.
I've been very fortunate in my life, and I want to pass it around.
What is it that brings you out this ride today? It's a beautiful day for a ride.
It's to help the children in the American Legions. I think it's a wonderful organization. And I don't know, it's just to help the kids, you know. It benefits the children. And the children, that's our future. You know, without those, we're nobody.
You're exactly right. So I asked you a minute ago, why were you here? And somebody had to joke around about why are you here on Earth. So tell me, why are you here?
I'm here to cause trouble. I'm here to cause mayhem.
You are too funny. You know, you have an accent. I know you're not from this area, right? Where are you from?
I'm from South Louisiana.
So how long do you live there?
I've been here 25 years.
You've been here 25 years. So how long were you in Louisiana?
26 years.
Oh, so it's kind of like half and half.
Yeah, half and half, yeah.
So you're half Hoosier and half, what do you call it down there?
A Cajun. I'm a transplanted Hoosier.
Now, Dave, I noticed the official name of this is the Ride and Drive for Autism. Can you explain that a little bit?
Well, the reason we want to do the Ride and Drive for Autism is because, like my son, can't ride on the back of a motorcycle very long, so we wanted to involve cars and make it a family-friendly event. We wanted to include the kids. It's for the kids, about the kids, and this is where we're at.
I like that. I like that whole idea right there. And I know we're here at the American Legion in Mooresville, and the ride comes back here, correct?
Absolutely. After the ride, we'll have a big after party. We'll have a beer garden. We'll have bounce houses on the other side for kids, carnival games for the kids. We have semis, fire trucks, and over here we have a live band. They came from Ohio to be a part of the ride and play for the event for us. Pretty awesome, pretty big deal.
And then after the kids go home, then all the people after they've been drinking beer can get in the bounce house, and you guys could have a contest. Who can last the longest before throwing up?
Well, I will tell you, I will not be getting in the bounce house. I'm too old, and hopefully a lot of drunk people get in there, because that will be some good YouTube videos for later on in life, and hold it against their parents. We can pass them out to their kids.
So, Barb, your son is going to be singing the national anthem here today, and he has autism. Can you tell me about it?
Blake is 17 years old, and he goes to Carmel High School. And he was diagnosed with autism at about 3 years of age. We just noticed some different things as he was younger. He didn't talk quite as soon as we thought. We didn't think he was hearing because we would say his name and he wouldn't turn around. He was taking toys and lining them up and just different things than my other kids did. He is the 5th child that we have. So he's the youngest, and we knew, there was something else besides just that was different about him. So we got him tested and found out, and we had him straight into, therapy and, a special preschool, and he's just done phenomenally well. He had an aide through elementary school, but now he gets himself around school by himself.
Well, hey, that's going to do it for us this week on Steel Horse Thunder. I hope you enjoyed our awareness adventure. Autism, I'm familiar with.
But Chiari, I'm not. But there's a lot of people who suffer from this, a lot of kids, and thank you so much for the awareness for it.
And once again, we're showing it's not what you ride.
It's that you ride.
Steel Horse is brought to you by Leidendorf Law, with over 60 years experience in motorcycle and automotive injury cases.
Hey. Can you hear me?
Ashley, can you hear me?
Hope you enjoyed the show.
Yeah. They're out there just, yeah.
Well, hey, that's going to do it for us this week on Steel Horse Thunder. Hope you enjoyed the show of awareness. She loved it so much, she was speechless. Just think, when I'm old.
This week, motorcycles are everywhere.